Welcome back to 64 Bourbons Under $100, where we're still doing this.
Yes, it is. This is round 2, episode 2, 50 to 75. Whew, let's get into it.
Oh, that's great. That's real nice.
Here's the winner.
Oh, you can just leave now.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I mean,
that's grapey, fruity,
rich,
barrel.
spiced barrel.
Yeah.
A lot going on there on the nose. It smells delicious. It's making my mouth water, actually.
Well, let's quench that
Bourbon, the thirst mutilator.
thirst. It is.
Ooh.
Hey.
Again, that oak, that spice, that richness.
Syrupiness, mouthfeel, proof, other words.
Question mark? I mean, what's not to like here? This is
Wow.
delightful.
Yeah. Something very classic and a little outside of the box from classic. All in the same glass.
Yeah, it's like, it has those classic notes, but then at some point it's like, oh, it's a little desserty, but wait, it's a little spicy also. It's just a little bit extra rich.
The dessert is like this weird fruit syrup type of spiced package. I don't know. It's good.
It's good.
We like it.
But how does it compare to B?
We'll see. Tall order.
This is
Ooh.
a good matchup.
Different though. This one's much more earthy, but it still sort of has the fruitiness, the berries in there. Maybe less syrup, but
Some, deep char from the barrel notes.
Yeah, more earthy, more char, more barrel. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I like it. It has those deeper char notes that are also contrasted with like a lighter berry note.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it doesn't have that richness and mouthfeel that A had.
Well, it doesn't because it's, comparatively between the two, this would be the drier one, although I
think so.
wouldn't call it by itself a dry whiskey.
No.
But it is also giving off more perception of age. Like it's
That's true.
of that level where you're getting a little bit of tobacco leaf, more of the barrel, more char,
But maybe it's just missing some more of that complexity. Like
almost leather.
I'm missing that mouthfeel, that richness. This is a nice matchup,
It is.
I think. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. Is this a good matchup? It was random.
Well, maybe on paper it's not, but in the glass I think it is.
It works out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a nice little finish too. It settles
It does. Yeah. It's really gonna be what your mood. I mean, it's not like one of these is a better whiskey necessarily. I feel like for this particular matchup, it's more what are you liking?
in. Okay.
Which happens a lot, right?
Well, to answer that, I need to go back to A.
Let's do that. I don't know which one I ought to give it to on the nose, honestly. I might actually give it to B now.
I might be tempted to give it to B because
Yeah.
it has those like darker, deeper notes. And I think from the nose alone, I might lean that way. I have retasted A, now I will retaste B. Oh no, a conundrum. I don't know what to do.
Well, I will say this going back to A, after having B, A tasted sort of the honeymoon was over. Like it was still really good, but it was less of what we had before we had a whiskey and we just had A and we're like, whoa, whiskey's great, remember?
Remember how good it tastes?
Yeah. After B, it's like, oh no, it's good. It's good whiskey.
Yeah.
It's good whiskey, folks. It's not so much like, hey, come see how good I look
Yeah.
type of thing. Again, really good matchup.
I have come to a conclusion.
I think I have too.
Okay. For me, like, B's draw is that those darker, extra barrely notes. Like it does
Earthier.
have that, yeah. It almost gives off like a perception of age, just a lot of that oak coming through. But I just feel like I don't know if it's proof but mouthfeel wise and that like fruity, desserty, oaky, a little bit of like a hint of tickly spice.
Sure.
That was my first instinct, and I think I have to go with that one.
There's something about B that's just sort of speaking to me right now, and what's odd is I can't picture what B is. Like I can't pull it out from any of the last round. So this is gonna be I feel like it's gonna be a surprise to me, but
So we're split.
I think I'm going to B.
Okay.
So you chose A, advancing for you, Sarah. Oh, it's Weller Antique 107.
It tasted very familiar.
One of my favorites, so that's surprising. Hello.
Mildly concerning. No, it's fine.
Also concerning is I picked Old Forester 1910, which I did not pick in the last round, and it had to be in a tiebreaker, which is what advanced it.
Whoa.
And now here I am picking
Picking
it
it.
over one of my favorites in Weller 107.
And historically, you've not been in love with the 1910. You've
I
actually said
haven't.
it's your least favorite of the Whiskey Row series.
Well, you know what we've always talked about, the fight effect, where
It's true.
something tastes different when it's off the back
against.
of something else?
Yep.
I wonder if this were
Exhibit A.
if B were in the A position,
If you would have felt the same way.
how I would have talked about it. We'll never really know.
We'll never know.
That's the craziness about these things. I picked something that I tried to toss out in round 1.
There you go. That's a surprise.
That is a surprise.
Guess we'll find out later who advances.
You know what's not a surprise
What?
is the amazing deals at whiskyambitions.com. It's where you can get the t-shirt that both of us are wearing. You're wearing a long sleeve shirt,
I'm cold.
Sarah. The Glen Cairns we're drinking from. We also have our new Wee Cairns. Hats, hoodies, t-shirts, bottle cut candles, water glasses, rocks glasses, copitas, and more always coming soon at whiskyambitions.com.
And you can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join our community for as little as $1 a month. And that is where we do our barrel picks, the opportunity to participate in barrel picks. Depending on your tier, we have a couple of those coming up after the episode exclusives, except during this series, and more.
All right, give us a second to reset. We'll be back for the next
final round.
Yeah, the final round in this category. So until then, we'll be right back. And we're back, and we're ready for our last round in the $50 to $75 category. This is Bourbonnais. Let's see what's going on. Bananas.
Okay. I don't get much banana at all, but it's kind of a musty. You just opened a chest that hasn't been opened in a while.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of light cedar, like
stuffy,
a cedar chest. Yeah.
A hint of like a honey sweet. All right.
Let's just drink it. Oh, better on the taste.
A
Much
nice
better.
mouthfeel though.
Much better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sort of sweet, sort of candy.
It's got like a candied caramels type of thing with a hint of cinnamon and like candied caramel, honey, cinnamon. It's nice. It's delightful.
Could even be a little bit of candy apple.
But I really like, it could be candy apple. I really like the mouthfeel.
But it is nice and bright, refreshing.
Easy to drink.
Very easy to drink. Very crushable.
A little spice lingers on the finish.
Little.
I like it though.
Yeah, I like it too.
All right.
Now you be.
This one,
What?
it gives me a little bit more slightly like herbal, almost licorice, hint of medicinal or like cough drops, but not quite there.
I'm receiving it.
I'm receiving that information.
Perceiving it more as floral.
I get a herbal floral, yeah.
Yeah, sort of walking through a meadow. I don't know.
As you do.
As I tend to
As
do.
he's known to do. I'm getting mostly like brown sugar, herbal, a little bit of floral, a little bit of licorice. I'm gonna taste it.
Yes.
It tastes so different, and I'm wondering if it's just because like the way that it's positioned with A.
Yeah.
These are very different. It tastes very different.
Yes.
Grapey, licorice, herbal, floral, a little bit of pepper on this one.
A lot of botanicals.
Yeah, a lot of botanicals. I
Huh.
don't know what this is. And it's like, I know what's in here, but I
Yeah.
can't recall.
No.
64 bourbons
we
off the
don't
top of my
look
head. I
right
try not to
before we do
look.
this.
Yeah, I think it's higher proof than
Then
A.
I could see that happening. It's also maybe a little better mouthfeel.
The finish sticks around. See, I think it tastes a little bit drier.
Back to A. Yeah, I'm very sensitive to banana, and while this one isn't screaming it,
There's a hint. It's
yeah.
banana nut bread.
Yeah, it's banana nut bread. Not quite ripe banana nut bread. Not that banana nut bread grows on a tree. Does it? Does it?
You wish it would. He wishes.
Damn, plant one of those.
Going back after having had B on the palate, when I retasted A, it felt a little bit thinner. I did get a little bit more of that like fruity, underripe banana note. And I do think B has more to say in terms of, I think it probably has more proof just because I think it has more presence and a longer finish. Proof doesn't matter to me, but I respect those things. I like the barrel notes on it. Even though it's not 100%, I don't know, it's giving me some sort of a grapey licoricey thing today, which is not my favorite, but.
All that to say, you're going with what?
I wrote you a novel, Chad. Did
I know.
you read it 18 pages front
Give
and
me
back?
the cliff notes.
I'll choose B.
Okay. We both chose B, so Sarah, what's advancing?
We chose Belle Meade Reserve Cask Strength over Old Forester 1920.
Ho! Banana was there.
Banana was
In what
there.
type of world do I choose 1910 and then don't choose 1920? Is it opposite day?
I don't know what's happening. I think what happened here is the Belle Meade Cask Strength is Cask Strength versus the 1920. But the
Yeah.
1920 was having a hard time standing up to it. While the 1920 was very good, and the first taste through, I was like, well, I'm sold on A.
Yeah. Well,
Although I could have gone either way.
it is
be
cask
fair.
strength, but it's barely higher. It's 117.2, where 1920's 115. So
Oh, I thought
they
it was
were-
110. It's 115, you're right.
It's 115.
Well, it really shows up more.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's just
Maybe
because
it's less
it is
water added?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's no water
cask
added.
strength, and 1920, which is 115 proof,
Is proof down
could
to
have been
115?
130, 135. Who knows?
Who knows?
What it was with those barrels.
Both very good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that this would have been a great matchup, but it ended up being
It did.
more of a head scratcher for me than I thought it was going to
I
be.
know. Interesting. Okay.
Well, I guess we're moving on to the wild card / $75 to $100 round, which is mostly
That
just
will
wild
be-
cards.
That'll be next. That'll be 2 episodes for that, and
Then
then
we move on.
We're in the final 4, folks.
Nope. Then
the
we're in
Elite
the
Eight.
Elite Eight. Then we're in the Final Four. Then
Yeah.
we're in the finals.
There we go. So not too much more, but it's really getting interesting.
Hang in there with us, okay?
That's where we gotta leave it. If you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so by clicking right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here. Hope to see you over there in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay, until next time, drink more bourbon.